a procession to Passchendaele. Hundreds marched, ordinary civilians and soldiers, both Belgian and Canadian, their torches untwining a string of light along Canada Avenue, retracing the Allies' path to victory here 100 years ago. Along the route, Julia Pegahmagabow and her cousin Brian, following in the footsteps of their great-grandfather. Francis Pegahmagabow from Perry Island, Ontario, was the First World War's deadliest sniper, credited with nearly 400 kills and the capture of 300 prisoners, relying on skills he'd learned growing up on the reserve.
Learning to hunt, learning to track, learning to be part of the land.
His great-grandchildren came to Belgium to visit his old battlefields, where he would become Canada's most decorated Indigenous soldier.
In some ways, it might almost seem hard to understand why this Ojibwe man who wasn't even a Canadian citizen would still get on one of those very first boats and come to such a foreign land. The area they were living in, that was their homeland, and they knew that they needed to defend that homeland.
Pegahmagabow survived the first chlorine attack. He was shot in the leg, nearly died of pneumonia, but still he fought on, spending 4 years on the front lines, right till the bitter end.
But that victory came at a great cost. By the time the Battle of Passchendaele was over, nearly 500,000 people were dead, including 4,000 Canadians, all for a town that meant little towards the greater war effort. But these thousands of people have come here tonight not to debate the significance of the battle, but to honor those who fought and died in it.
A ceremony to mark the somber centenary was held among nearly 12,000 war dead. Dignitaries included Canada's defense minister, who's expected to announce a new Canadian peacekeeping mission next week.
It's a constant reminder of any representative of any government to always look for a peaceful resolution.
The Canadian contingent also included these Indigenous dancers, for whom Francis Pegahmagabow is a legend.
It's not very often that our people get recognition for stuff like that, you know, and just to hear these stories about them just makes me feel proud to be a part of it. You know?
Pegahmagabow survived the war and returned to Canada to fight for Indigenous rights. 65 years since his death, his legacy lives on. Jeff Semple, Global News, Passchendaele.